good initiative here will allow us to put some distance between us and the zombies trailing behind us. And we did not get a good result, and the zombies will get a chance to attack and activate first. The zombies activate. Our slow mover here can move 3. Jimmy's the closest to this one and the closest to this zombie. So we have 2 zombies that will attack Jimmy. They're charging, and Jimmy needs to make a being charged reaction test. Jimmy will test against his rep, being charged by 2 zombies, and gets 2 successes, which means those that can will fire first. He's going to fire a shot, which he only received a total of 6, which means he does not take out a zombie. And he will go into melee combat against those 2 zombies and hope for a good result. Not a great one, not a terrible one. 2 successes for the zombies, 2 for Jimmy. It's a push. Neither side takes any casualties. Our zombies have activated. Our players are going to move. Tonya's going to move 4. And stage right outside that building. I'm going to have Tonya use her med kit for her action to get 1 wound back and put her back to 0 wounds and full health. Jimmy is going to run away from these zombies and move 4, putting them out of range if they get to activate first. And I will not have him take a shot. I'm going to leave him right where he is, because once Tonya goes into this building, I want him to be outside, not moving, so he can take 2 shots if we need to, if we have another horde of zombies appear. Our zombies activated, our players activated. We're staged just outside of this last building. I need to get a good initiative. Well, I don't need one. I'd like to have a good initiative so we can go in and take our actions before they move towards us. Initiative is gained by the players, and the zombies rolled too high to activate. That is the kind of roll we needed. That way if we generate a bunch of zombies, the slow movers following us around the trees will not join the group. Tonya is going to spend 2 movement points to enter that building. And don't forget we used the med kit, so Tonya is back to 0 wounds. She entered, and we're hoping for a much better result this time. Ugh, not that good, but 4 is definitely better than the 5 or 6 we could have had. We have a stack of 4 zombies. Inside that building. Now we'll check to see if Tonya is surprised. We have 4 zombies in the building. They're going to add 4 to their dice. Tonya is going to add her rep of 5. And that's a good result for us. Tonya ended up with 1 higher, which means she snuck into that building and the zombies did not see her. We're going to need to clear those zombies out of there in order to search it. Let me see, what do I want to do? I'm going to have Tonya fire her weapon before entering into melee combat against these zombies. We need a good roll here from Tonya. It's a good start. I'll have her re-roll 1 dice. And, oh, I don't know if that's any good. Yes, it is good. Because a 9 is only a miss on the 3rd target. And she's only firing at 2. She has an 11, which is a hit, and a 9, which is a hit, and she takes out 2 zombies, leaving only 2 remaining for her to fight in melee combat, which she does. And she gets 2 successes, and so do the zombies, which means there is no change and no wounds for Tonya. Tonya was able to take out 2 zombies when she fired a shot off. And that was her reaction to entering the building. She moved and entered. That was Tonya's reaction to entering that building. Now for her action, I'm going to have her charge into melee combat against these 2 remaining zombies. And since she is a veteran and has the star, she's able to choose. I'm going to choose to have her charge into melee combat. We're up against those 2 again. And we end up with the same result. Zombies with 2 successes. Tonya with 2 successes. Nothing happens. Now Jimmy is sitting outside the building, and I'm going to have him fire 2 shots into that building since he is not moving. His first shot is an 8, which means it is a hit. His second shot is a 6 and a miss. Jimmy fired 2 shots, was able to eliminate 1 more zombie. And now we will resolve the 1 shot Tonya made and the 2 shots that Jimmy made. Tonya's shot generates a zombie, and the 2 shots that Jimmy made both do not generate zombies. Tonya's shot brings another zombie. Direction 5, which is directly to the left, which is right next to the building we're in. Jimmy's shots, luckily, did not generate any zombies. And that's going to end this round. We're doing a lot better. Got 1 zombie in the building, 1 outside, 3 out here that are slow movers that will need more than 1 activation to get to us. We're almost to the point where we can search this building, find out if we get a weapon or not, and then get the heck out of here. Well, our zombies get to go first. It's a tie. No, they will not. The zombies will activate, but the players rolled higher and get to activate first. I will have Jimmy fire first. 1 shot to see if he is able to eliminate that zombie inside the building. Jimmy fires and scores an excellent roll with his rep of 4, that's 10, and he eliminates that zombie. Jimmy pulled off a great shot and was able to eliminate that zombie. I'm going to have him move. Well, there is no need to have him move. Have him stay right where he is. And we'll have Tonya, for her action, search our final building, and she will find nothing. Very bad luck when it comes to searching buildings. So Tonya used her action I will have her move out of the building, and the zombies will now activate. One will go to Tonya. These can both move 3, and so can this one. And Tonya will just go into melee combat. She's not going to choose to fire on that remaining zombie. Tonya squares off against the zombie and gets 2 successes to that zombie's 1 and eliminates it. Tonya eliminates the zombie, and we have 1 shot that will need to be resolved. Jimmy's shot results in no zombie. Our final shot did not result in generating a new zombie. The only thing left is to roll initiative to see if these zombies are going to get one last crack at us before we exit off the edge of the board. Alright, are we going to get initiative so we can get out of here first? We tied. We did not. The zombies are going to get one last attack. All of these zombies are going to pile on to Jimmy, who will have to do a being charged reaction test. Jimmy has his rep of 4, gets 1 success. He's in a clear hex, and he's being charged by 3 or more, so he will run away. Ah, Jimmy. In direction number 1, which is to the top right of the hex. As you can see, we're already up against the top right of the hex. We can't go anywhere. We can't run off the board to end the scenario with a reaction. So Jimmy is stuck fighting melee since he was unable to get away. Paralyzed with fear right before we got away, Jimmy's going to have to fight. Jimmy really needs to roll good here, or we could end up having Jimmy die on us right before the end of the scenario. Whew, he did it. He was able to. The zombies got 2 successes, so did Jimmy. No wounds, no casualties. As you can see, every one of the buildings has been searched. There is nothing left to look into to try and get more weapons. Our players get to activate and both move off the edge of the board, ending the scenario. This scenario for all things zombie comes to an end. Tonya and Jimmy both survived. We lost Beck along the way. Tonya was able to find a scope for her pistol, but no additional weapons. Jimmy was able to find a baseball bat. I'll keep these items in mind and we'll carry them over with us into future scenarios with these 2 characters. Thank you for joining me for this complete playthrough of All Things Zombie by Lock and Load Games, and hope you join me in my next series of videos.